name of an actual panel on the first day, which was packed to the gun. Well, the first panel I wanted to go to, I turned up 10 minutes before, too late. Room was full. It was a nightclub sort of one in, one out situation. That was kind of the pattern for the first 3 days until everybody started to get too hungover and fatigued by the whole thing. Not me, obviously. What do we mean, or what were they talking about? Well, who was talking for a start? We've got had guys from agencies like the Barbarian Group, Trouble DDB, companies like Google. People heard of Google? And Simple Geo, which is like a back-end platform for plugging geolocation services into your other stuff. They talked about a lot of cool stuff, and they referenced Scrum development and Agile development. Does anybody here know anything about software development? Anybody had experience project managing software development in an actual software company? No, neither had any of these guys, which made the panel really fucking weird. They were talking about the theory of what they might like to do. So all good stuff, but that was kind of a downfall of this panel. Nobody there had actually done this stuff from a project management point of view. Go and have a look at what these things mean. Just look them up on Wikipedia. There's some interesting philosophies of how to get things done, how to organise large groups, how to do project management. That's all fine. There were a couple of other points that they made that I thought were really good metaphors or really worth having a look at. They talked about Agile development, Scrum development, meaning getting everybody in the room, you know, and you've got lots of different people with specialities. And we said, well, how big are these meetings? Because the panel that I couldn't get into was entitled, Your Meetings Suck and It's Your Fault. I thought it was a great name, but I couldn't get into that. So my meetings will continue to suck. I don't know the answer. They said, the first meeting invite everybody, and the second meeting you halve it. And then you go from there, and your project team will whittle itself away. But it's important, first meeting, everybody gets invited, and then it's on a contribution basis. If they're interested and they keep showing up, they get to stay on the project, particularly if it's an interesting project. Another cool metaphor, the brand is the operating system, campaigns as the apps. I was asked by Simon Bloomfield. Is Simon in the room?
No,
he's away today. He asked me if I went to a session called Is Digital Killing Creativity, Digital Consistency Killing Creativity? And it was a panel about how we are obsessed with the matching luggage. You know, the press ad looks like the banner ad, looks like the landing page, everything looks the goddamn same, so you know it's yours. It's got your name on it. And how that is killing creativity and killing effectiveness. It was a really interesting panel. And so this is another way to approach that. Not every app that runs on an OS looks the same, but it talks the same and it works the same and it feels the same, and that might be a nice approach to campaigns. There was some more stuff that was, I guess, a little bit more pragmatic. If you're talking to clients about digital stuff, see if you can prototype it rather than just describe it. There's plenty of Web 2.0 stuff that kind of does what you're thinking about, and that's the thought of good enough technology. Don't wait 6 months till you've rustled up the funds or sold it in to go hire a gun developer to spend $80,000. Just see if there's something already exists that does something similar. Take it for a spin. The Hyper Island guys will know this, that one of the big themes there was getting your hands dirty and trying everything out, right? Taking an app for a spin, downloading it onto your phone, giving it a go. And that shone through here. Here's the other interesting thing. Agencies are grappling with this. How do we make money? Software companies make money out of IP and revenue streams. We make money out of charging head hours. That was one of the big shifts that a bunch of agencies are trying to get to. It involves embracing the Hollywood model where you invest in the content creation first up and then try and syndicate and monetize that. It's not going to work for everything we do, but possibly worth a shot. Here's another idea, is having a person in the building called the ambassador of tech. Their idea is to be in touch with all the new developments and to actively onboard that into the agency. They're a walking library of everything new that's happening and how it may be applied to marketing. And they're available to do that. Again, it's not really a billable job, which is, agencies, I'm not going to say this agency, agencies are allergic to in general, so you need to think about how those sorts of things are funded. Nobody had any answers, by the way. All this agile stuff and the stuff about Scrum development, which is about sprinting for a while, stopping, sprinting for a while. We're also covered in a bunch of panels about agile self-development and the sprint, which were about developing your careers. Think about you as a software company. There's plenty of stuff about you as a brand, but how do you develop your career as if it were a platform or an app? I don't know if there's any answers there, but there's some lovely metaphors and just some new ways of approaching it. It certainly gets you thinking about yourself and what you do here as a career rather than a job.